Go further. Explore the trails less traveled. And reach your destination quicker with King's new Toyota Sequoia 2.5 OEM Performance Series kit. These 100% bolt-on kits feature front ride height adjustment, superior ride quality, and external finned reservoirs with optional wide-range compression adjusters to further refine your ride quality. See why we're the choice of experienced overlanders and order your Sequoia kit today.
Sure, everything's made of something, but time and sweat is what puts it together. And it's that relentless application of effort against the clock that created everything around us. The BF Goodrich HD Terrain Tire is engineered to tackle the extreme situations heavy-duty trucks are met with head-on. Because downtime can't exist when there's a job to do. Time isn't something to marvel at. It's something to be seized. It's a tool we put firmly in your hands. BF Goodrich, what are you building for?
Your locally owned Bill Alexander Ford has the vehicles you want. F-Series, Bronco, Expedition, Edge, Explorer, Escape, and Ranger. And try our mobile service for light maintenance. We will come to you. For a difference you can count on, visit us in person or go to BillAlexanderFord.com.
Stacy Clark here, owner and general manager of Unlimited RV. As racers, we know how important time is. Not bad, kid. 5 seconds faster. As racers, we know how important reliability is. At Unlimited RV, we have lifetime warranty, so you know we've got you covered. At Unlimited RV, we offer nationwide free shipping, so you don't have to waste your time getting into the RV or motorhome for your next big adventure.
Well, all right, what's up, guys? Welcome back. We are here for one more update here on Fishgistics for you guys today. We are here with your KMC wheels Vegas to Reno coverage. We have a winner. We have a winner, and we have Ryan Arciero has made it to the finish line first. So first one to the finish is going to be the 32. He's over here in this pile. So Ryan has made it to the finish. It looks like he's going to have plenty of time, barring any penalties. So we'll see what happens. But Besson Desert usually doesn't have any penalties, but you never know. So so we'll see. We'll see what happens there. Ryan Arciero's first. It's going to be Adam Householder and Pat Dean are going to be second physical. We're going to have to wait until time on some of these, though. The 12, Robert Johnson, is going to be third physical into the finish line for the TTs. And then behind him, we have the 41 back here. It's going to be Justin Lofton. Now, Justin Lofton was leading for a lot of the day. Him and Ryan Arciero were going back and forth. He ended up having, we know of one broken belt. We think it was 2 broken belts. Probably didn't get the second one set right, or there was something else going on in there. But bummer for them. They were leading all the way to the, what was it, about 50 or 60 miles to go from the finish line at the end there when they had the belt problem. So bummer for him. But he is going again, so it looks like he's probably going to be the 4th physical to there. And then we have the 127. Same thing. They were up to second on corrected time earlier. This is Jonathan Brenthal with Kyle Jurgensen started in that truck and qualified it, and then Connor McMullen got in like halfway through. So Connor McMullen is in there right now. He's had a couple flat tires, so he had to stop a couple times, change those, but he's going again and going to be bringing it to the finish. Behind him, we have, that's like a quad there. So that's going to be your top 5 in the TT class. And then we have the 34. We got the 34 here, Brett Komsky coming in. And then that's pretty much it for the TTs. There's a couple more back here. We have 1502 Casey Curry. I still don't know if he's racing in Class 1 or Trophy Truck because on the list it says Trick Truck right here, but he's got a Class 1 number. So he might be, the other 2 Class 1 cars were out a while ago, I think. So he's either going to win Class 1 and be the only one that finishes, or he's going to get like 6th or 7th in Trick Truck, it looks like. So we'll find out when the results come out, I guess. Then let's see, back here, number 9, Ethan Ebert. That is the new Honda factory truck, the Ridgeline. It's a Tisco-built truck that has Ethan started in there, and then Richard Glassick got in there. Richard is bringing that to the finish. So the 9 looks like they're having a pretty good race for your first race out in a new truck. They've made it to mile 440 so far, so less than 100 miles to go to the finish for those guys. Now the 6100 trucks, you can see they're up here. Where's the lead one at? Is this the lead ones back here? Yeah, those are somebody else. So the lead 6100 trucks are right here. Jason Coleman is your leader in the 6100 physical. Brent Fox is going to be second physical. Travis Picoy third. And then it's a little ways back. Now, remember earlier, they were stopped for a while for a medical emergency that a helicopter had to land on the course. All the 6100 trucks got bunched up, and they're all going to get time credits back. So it's going to be really tough to know who's going to be winning here. I think based on this look that Jason Coleman started behind these guys here. Let me see if I can confirm that. Let's see the results for, let's see, Group D. So Jason Coleman started 5th. All right, so he started 5th. Now I want to know, where did Travis Picoy start? So he started 3rd. Yeah, so Coleman started behind both of these guys here, and Fox was first. We know that. So Coleman started behind him, and he's in front of him right now. That means he's winning no matter what because he started behind both of them. So Jason Coleman is going to be your leader right now in the 6100. We just don't know by how much on corrected time because we don't know how much time everybody was stopped for back there. So pretty safe to say he's winning right now. Now, second and third, it's probably going to be these two just based on the gap that we have here. But I don't know for sure. I don't know which one is going to be second. Once again, probably Travis Picoy because he started behind the 6146. But we'll have to wait and see after the time credits get added on once the results come out sometime tomorrow. Remember, the finish line is open all the way till the morning, so we're not going to see any results until tomorrow sometime in the afternoon would be my guess. At the award, right before they do the awards thing. Jack Olagas here, he's having a really good run. You can see he just stopped in his last pit right there at Top Gun. That was probably a planned pit, or they just want to check the truck over one more time before the finish. The young kid, I think he's 16, maybe 17 years old. He is running in 4th position physical right now, so great run for Jack. That is Steve's kid, so cool to see him having a good run out here. Justin Blauer had some issues earlier. He's still going along, though. He was in the front most of the day. We got some new people here, Kirk and Neil. I don't know either of them, but they've been coming along. Andre, I don't know. We got a lot of new people in 6100 class, so it's kind of exciting. Looking at the class 10, 1036, the Corey Goyne car, we don't know where he is. His tracker hasn't been working all day, and he was up front. So he might still be in front of all these guys we see here. But on the tracker, we have the 1018 first, and then it looks like, let's see, who's stuck behind here. We got Nick May, 1003 is going to be next, and then the 1080. But the 1080's tracker, look at how slow it updates. It's always updating really slow. So the 1080's been up front all day. Matt Helton started in that car earlier and then handed it off to the car owner now. But like I said, we don't know because these guys were caught up in that bottleneck, too, not bottleneck, but the safety stop, the red flag event. So these guys are all going to get credit too. Not as much as some of the other guys, but we don't know exactly how much credit they get until we look at their tracking boxes at the finish line and see how long they were stopped for. So that's a look at those classes. Now, the other two classes we've been watching all day are the UTV classes. Let's go look at the Trophy Unlimited UTV class. We have Mitch Guthrie Jr. I did get an update. He's having some brake issues. So remember the last update, we wondered how he lost 5 minutes and 50 miles? Well, not having any brakes will do that because you have to go much slower when you don't have brakes or your brakes aren't working very well. So they're having some brake issues on that new car there. Brand new build. This is the first race out for it, so expected to have some teething issues probably sometimes, but still pretty good. He's holding everybody off right now. Physically, he's in front, but Ronnie Anderson, as you can see, he's right there on him. So Ronnie Anderson making up a lot of ground on him with Mitch not having very good brakes. So Cody Bradbury's right there in 3rd. Ryan Piplick in 4th. Then coming back down, we got Chris Blaze here in 5th. Sierra Romo in 6th. And then on back, there's quite a few back here. If we look at the turbo class, let me turn the UTV turbo class on because they're both competing in separate classes, but they are competing for the overall, UTV overall. So this is really close once again. So we got AJ Jones showing out front now. Why is that? Look at right here. Phil Blurton was up front pretty much all day, but he has come to a stop. You see Phil Blurton is at 0 miles an hour right there. So that is not good for Phil Blurton. He's at 0 miles an hour, stopped right in front of Vito Reno. So that means, like we just said, AJ Jones is your new leader physical on course. We have to look at the times. Michael McFadden is 2nd. And then we have Joe Trona 3rd. We got Dustin Jones 4th, and then it looks like Vito's probably going to be 5th when he gets by Phil in a minute. The fact that Phil is still there and that's not a pit means Phil definitely has some kind of an issue there. He's stopped in a not a great spot, obviously. That's in the mountains right there, in a little mountain pass. So not a fun spot to be for Phil. Hopefully he can get it fixed and going again. But he was leading all the way until he wasn't. That's the way that racing goes, right? Let's go look at some split times and see if these are accurate. The only problem on here is some of these guys aren't showing on here. So on here, Andersons aren't on here for some reason. So Ronnie Anderson or RJ, they're both, I don't know if they're splitting this race or what. They usually do. We can see Mitch Guthrie was barely ahead of Chris Blaze now in corrected time, only about 20 seconds ahead. So Chris is making up time, having breaks. Mitch is not having breaks. He's having problems with breaks. I don't know where Ronnie Anderson is on here. He's probably actually leading on corrected time, would be my guess. So we'll have to wait to the finish to see where Ronnie comes in. But right now, he's running either first, second, or third. Top 3 with these guys. Chris Blaze is right there on corrected time in that class. Now, in the Pro Turbo class, I think everybody's showing up on here. So you can see Phil Blurton hasn't come by 400 yet, but nobody has. So Vito actually had him even before he had problems. So at mile 350, Vito had him on time by about 1 minute and 20 seconds. So Vito Reno is actually your leader in corrected time. Michael McFadden is going to be second now because we know he's ahead of Blurton. That means Austin Jones is running first physical, but he's actually third on corrected time. So he's about 6 minutes down to Vito. So Austin's going to have to pick it up a little bit, even though he's already in front. When he comes through a pit, his guys will tell him, hey, you got to get going. These guys behind you are catching you. So he's going to have to put a little bit of time on him. And then Dustin Jones, once again, he's sitting 3 seconds behind him. These guys have been, look at these last times. Look all the way back here to mile 200. They were a few seconds apart the other way, less than 20 seconds. Then here they were 40 seconds apart. Here they were 40 seconds apart. And now they're only 3 seconds apart. So pretty crazy Dustin Jones and Austin Jones battle on corrected time going on right here. So that's a look at it's pretty much a look at everybody that has a good race going on in the classes. There's a lot of other classes that have 1 or 2 cars here racing today, so it's not super exciting to look at those classes. But yeah, that's Vegas to Reno. And if you just joined us, Ryan Arciero has won unofficially on we'll have to check his times and everything with penalties if there is any. But Ryan has won his 3rd in a row. Very impressive. The only other person that has won, I don't think Jason Voss actually won 3 in a row. I think he's won 4, maybe 5 total, but I know he won 2 in a row. I don't know if he's ever done 3 in a row. I think he maybe missed a year in there. He might have got 3 in a row. I'll have to check. Jason Voss dominated this race for many years, and then unfortunately Jason hasn't been out here racing with us. Hopefully he comes back one of these years. But Ryan Arciero is the man to beat at Vegas to Reno right now. He has won back-to-back Vegas to Renos, 3 in a row. Had pretty flawless races. This race, he did have to stop in a pit. He actually had at least 10 minutes of downtime. He had at least 2 flat tires that we saw. So they changed 2 tires. He had changed an alternator. I believe it was an alternator. That's what it sounded like from the video. He was in the pit for about 10 minutes. So he had some downtime, and he was still able to pull off the win. Adam Householder's truck was right behind him coming into the finish with Pat Dean driving, but it looked like they had some kind of motor issue maybe. They were maybe adding oil. They had to stop and add something to it, and it didn't sound very good towards the finish. And they were limping it into the finish. So I think some kind of engine issue with less than 10 miles to go or 15 miles to go was what happened with Householder's truck, but he still was able to limp it in and finish second. So yeah, that's what happened here. We had 19 minutes and 25 seconds was the physical split at the finish. It was Ryan, and then 19 minutes, 25 seconds later was Householder. They were only 38 seconds apart or something before that, so definitely something obviously happened, like we said, with the engine, it looked like, or something like that. So let's see. Let's see, what else are you guys saying? Has Richard lost a lot of time? I haven't heard anything on that. Per RJ, if everything goes smooth, Ronnie will drive the whole race. Okay, there you go. So the Anderson car, it's Ronnie in there, and if it's going good, which obviously it is right now because they're running up front, Ronnie's planning on staying in today. So there you go. All right, well, I think that's it for my updates here. I can't really update you guys anymore on the 6100s or the 10s, and it's going to be a long time until the UTVs get to the finish, at least a few hours. So I think we're gonna sign off for our updates for this one. So hopefully you guys had fun today. This race, it was pretty exciting, even though it didn't have as many entries as it's had the other years. There wasn't a lot of the top guys here. in the big classes like TT and 6100. There wasn't, there was some, not as many as there has been in years past, though, that's for sure. But good to see Best in Desert got a race going again. It's been a while. They got their permits approved. They already have the permit for the Silver State race that is in about a month. So the Silver State 300 that got postponed earlier this year due to some permit issues is coming up in a month. So that's going to be a little different. I don't know how many entries that race is going to have. We'll see. It's really close to the Baja 400. So we'll see what happens. But we'll be live. We'll be live for the Baja 400 for you guys. We'll be live for Silver State, doing our hourly updates, all that stuff here on Fishgistics. Big thanks to everybody that supports us and watches us. Thanks to KMC Wheels, F&L Race Fuel, 4-Wheel Parts, BFG Tires, Alexander Ford, Jeff Alford, Ultra Beer, Polaris, Razor, King Shocks, Unlimited RV, Baja Designs, Vision Canopy, and Boxo Tools. All those guys help us out. They're all great companies. If you guys need anything from any of those companies, just let me know, and I'll tell you who to talk to there. They will all they'll hook you guys up, all right? So thanks for tuning in today. Luckily, my bronchitis, pneumonia, whatever the heck I have, wasn't too bad. Only in between updates. It was pretty good during the updates, so sorry if I was coughing a little bit. It's been annoying. I've had it for 5 weeks. Hopefully it goes away before the 400 or Silver State, whatever the next one is that we're covering here for you guys, all right? So that's it. We're signing off. Congratulations once again, Ryan Arciero, for taking the overall win. And we will see you guys at the next race.